All we need today is some drawing pencils. I've got a B, a 2B, a 4B, and a 6B. If you haven't got drawing pencils, biros are really good. Have some anyway, even if you've got the drawing pencils. Some drawing paper. A sketchbook's a good idea. If you haven't got a sketchbook, then cut some cardboard boxes up and use the nice plain side, because it's a good quality paper for drawing on. And we're ready to get going. We're going to use pencils today and possibly biros to do some drawing. Now you can buy nice artistic pencils in the shops. The ones we write with are HBs, and then on one side of the scale we have got H pencils, so you can go H, 2H, 3H. Those are the ones that you use for technical drawing. So I don't tend to use them very much. They're very fine and hard, and they're really good for drawing graphs and technical drawing. If you go the other way, we have Bs, 2Bs, and there's 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B, and they get softer and darker the further you go up the grade. So I've just got, I think I've got a B, a 2B, a 4B and a 6B here. And that'll give you a really good variety of tones to use. I've also got a biro, and you can do some really good pictures with biros, which I'll show you in a minute. When you're starting with a new thing, it's always a good idea to have a practice first, or a doodle. So I've done myself a nice doodly pattern, and I'm just going to experiment with using my pencils to see how dark I can get them. This is my little 6B pencil, and I can straight away, without any pressure, get a really dark shade. And if I press harder, I'll get a midnight black colour. So just spend a bit of time first just experimenting to see what shades you can get. If I do a B one, that's just a little bit darker than a normal drawing pencil. So I can get some quite nice light shades with that, but I can also get some quite dark ones when I press on. Different ways of shading. I like to do lots of little pencil movements this way and that way. Some this way, then change that way, then change that way. And in this way you get a large area where you cannot actually see the pencil marks. It just looks like a nice shade. And where I draw in a darker area, I just press on a little bit harder, and I can get an imperceptible change from the dark through to the light. I change my pencil, and then I could go lighter I go on to the B. I could go lighter still, but these little backwards and forwards movements, have a practice at that. That's a really good technique. So this one, I was using pressure of my pencil to change from dark, really dark from here, just simply because I'm pressing hard. And the same pencil, used lightly, creates a different effect. So pressure is one way of changing how I draw. The other way is overlaying. So here I do a little bit of shading. It's quite light at the moment, but I'm going to make it darker by shading back over it the other way. You can just work on that. Same pressure all the time, but I'm just overlaying it. I'm getting a different mark on there. I just do it once, I get a light mark. When I overlay, same pressure, it starts getting darker. And the third way is it's called cross-hatching, where it covers the area a bit faster. So we can do lines going one way and then going the other, then going the other. This is quite good when you're doing a sketch outside and you want to quickly get a feel of what the shades are doing, so you can get a quick feel of the tones and shades. Now, believe it or not, black biro is really good, and you can create the same sort of effect. So if you haven't got drawing pencils, go and find some black biros. So again, I'm going to do my little marks backwards and forwards, and I can really change the depth of colour by how I press. When I'm pressing really hard, I get a midnight black. When I press lightly, I'm getting a lighter shade. So biros are really, really useful. Again, I can do it by overlaying. So if I shade and then overlay it and overlay it, gradually get darker, and also cross-hatching. Really good for if I want to get a feel of the dark and light in a piece of scenery that I'm drawing. So really doodle and experiment fully with all the different shades that you can make. When you're filling in these shapes, if it's dark at this side, then do light on this side of the line. And if you always do around your lines first, and then fill in your centre, then it'll stay nice and tidy. So where it's dark, put a light up to it. With light, put a dark up to it. Begin to develop a really nice piece of work. It will take a long time. Sort of thing you could do perhaps when you're watching television. It's an ongoing piece of work. It will really help you when you then come to do some realistic drawing. I'm really enjoying that. So have fun.